Hello, City Council. My name is Mary Rose Lenore Eng, and I would like to speak on Commissioner Nick Fish's Bureau of Environmental Services Measure 721 to authorize contracts with 5 firms for on-call environmental site investigation services, not to exceed 2,500. How do you say that? $250,000 for each contract. So this is going to be $1,250,000, and it's very exciting that you're voting on this. One issue I would like to ask is what kind of contracts are going on? Are they no bid? Are these previous? Do we have a previous history with these companies? Are they new? Are they emerging? Are they well reputed? It doesn't really flesh that out. Maybe somebody in your office could send me more facts or more details or background vetting of how these people came on the job. There was a really fabulous C-SPAN thing about the EPA with Flint and the water crisis. And I mean, soil and water are 2 different things, but they are obviously interrelated from an environmental angle. And I sat through like a 3-hour hearing in Astoria on contamination zone, immensely expensive. Could you hold my minutes? So, Mr. Fish, can you tell me which sites, what sites, are these just any sites, or are these generalized sites, or is this kind of like a slush fund for an emerging site or an emerging environmental catastrophe, or is it, are these specific sites that are already determined?
I think we should get those answers after the hearing. Mary, we're compiling a list of all your questions, and we'll get your...
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, then I will just be more general if there are no answers. So in terms of the Measure 721 to authorize these 5 firms, since the public is not allowed to know what the contamination is, much as we were not allowed to know the water in our children's schools or the teachers would be exposed to, we don't know. So we probably won't have an opinion because the wool might be over our eyes. But I'm going to just continue to be optimistic and suggest that you guys know what you're talking about, that you're as passionate about the environment as I am. But you must understand, we the citizens are becoming very educated due to the internet and our literacy and our social networking. So we're going to have more and more questions like this. And so I'm thrilled that I can be here and that I can utilize my 3 minutes allocated per item to ask these questions. And I can be patient, and I enjoyed the presentation, and I find it much more exciting if we had more scientific data about what is actually being cleaned up and from what sources, and contaminants and any liability issues with toxic dumping in the Portland area. And thank you very much.
Hello, I'm artist Laura Vanderman, and I just don't know about this company that's doing the cleanup and where they're from, but